Oh my god, look at this! A video with actual voiceover. The very first time I ever decided to make a video with voiceover. Do you like my voice? Do you hate my voice? I don't know. Well, I decided out of nowhere, like just because I thought it sounded neat, why not show my Minecraft worlds? Because I like showing my Minecraft worlds, I guess. Yeah, this is just a just for fun video. There's no real deep meaning behind this video. I just wanted to see and test out if I can even make a video with voiceover. Because, you know, I'm thinking about maybe even making videos with voiceover in the future, you know? So, consider this kind of a test, in a way, you know? Alright, so the first map that we're looking at looks like this. I'm just gonna keep F1 on, whatever. This is actually the most recent map that was built. This is a city that I built with a wall around it, as you can see. You know, it's kind of like one of those old fortified cities. I tried building one of those kinds of fortified cities. You know, it's a rather small city. It's a small town, and as you can see, it's also definitely not finished. Because, you know, once again, this is like the most recent one that I have built. Also, this city is located on an island. You know, so that's cool too, you know. Island cities are pretty interesting, I guess. Oh, yeah. So we have this wall right here. I called the city Spätzland. It's funny. Crazy, I know. First we see this building with wooden paneling. This one is kind of supposed to look like an old half-timbered house, I think. Kind of. Here we have these houses with, once again, there's nothing inside, there's no interior yet. But look, notice how the windows have these like, they kind of look like houses you'd find in, I don't know, Italy or something. This is like a more modern side of one building. I guess it's kind of comparable to how some European cities have old towns, old town cores, and they have like old buildings that were completely refurbished and now they look not so old anymore. This is like supposed to be a kind of, this is supposed to, there's supposed to be storefronts here, I think, yeah. And then there's just this random inside thing. Okay, well, okay, I don't know. Here's a house, a random house. This is a church that I built based on some images I saw on Planet Minecraft. I just essentially just searched for church on Planet Minecraft and found this building and just kind of started rebuilding it from the images, and this is the end result. This is also one of the few buildings that does in fact have a interior. As you can see, here's this window that looks shaped like a cross. This is the altar, and this is the, here you have the seats and stuff, back window and all that stuff. And on the back, here's a this is supposed to be a graveyard, because no city can be complete without a graveyard. Yeah, of course not. This is like the entrance to one of those watchtowers, part of the wall that surrounds the city, I guess. Yeah. Here's the central fountain. It's like a central square, I guess. We have more of these styles of windows and more like storefronts that I want to put stuff inside, but I haven't gone around working on it yet. And this is like the last remaining building. This is supposed to represent how high the building, how tall I want the building to be, you know. And once again, it's not finished. And finally, we have this building, once again, also based on some other thing. Yeah, I know, I'm copying a lot of other people. And this is, I think, based on some like TikTok video I found that just looked really cool. And here we have a town hall, pretty much. This is supposed to be a town hall. Also, this one also doesn't have interior, but it does have floors. Yeah, so here's a floor and there's a floor, and it also does have this big tower. You can just look over the whole city. So as we're already done with this map, given how small it is, let's just move on to the next map. Yeah. Alright, here we go. The next map, and also I finally decided to install the shader. or select the version with the shader. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So this is basically a map full of a bunch of skyscrapers that I imported from Planet Minecraft with MC edit into this world, and onto an island map where there's like this huge stone formation mountain thing right here, and there's quite a lot to see. So you know, this is probably gonna be way longer than the other map, which is a recent one. So let's just start at the beginning, at the front of the whole map, and just work our way around. All right, so here we go. This is the the front is like where this is like the mouth of the river, I guess. And here's a bunch of skyscrapers. Once again, imported them from Planet Minecraft because I wanted to. Why not? This is I think this one had a different facade at one point, and I completely changed its facade. So it was also, for some reason, the windows were made of ice blocks. I don't know why, but whatever. Also, this is like the only one where I actually built the interior myself, so far at least. You know, we have elevators, crazy, and we have a staircase that goes pretty far down. You know, I'm just not gonna bother with it. By the way, this right here is supposed to be a parking garage, actually. You know, why not build a fucking skyscraper that is essentially just a giant, tall parking house? Why not? You know, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, of course. You know, it's once again, it's unfinished, just like the other map. It's unfinished. This one is another one that was imported, where I just put in some flags from some like fictional country that I invented. You know how that goes. And here's like an unfinished skyscraper with a design that I did in fact come up with. It's not imported. If we go inside of this Parliament building, yeah, where it's pretty dark here, but if we go downstairs, I actually put in this little secret room in here. This is the actual Parliament itself, you know, with a flag and everything, and a podium and stuff. You know, once again, pretty unfinished, all that stuff. You know how it goes. It's like a library or something, I don't know. It's something, alright. Okay, let's move on. So let's just make our way through. This is another building I imported. You know, these are almost all buildings that I imported. You know, look at this great view. This fucking looks like an actual, like, does this look like any big city in real life? Maybe it does, I don't know. It just looks really cool to me. Yet another building that I imported, but for some reason there's no, like, for some reason this elevator just ends. You can see how tall the elevator is, right? But this one does in fact have interior right here. This gray building, or dark gray building that I already mentioned. A bunch of like I don't know if this is like a hotel or something. It looks really cool. Once again, this one has like, this is kind of like there's like one building that has one tower that is very tall and one that isn't as tall. It's weird. Also, you can see the the floating piece of the actual, like, the big ass weird rock mountain formation thing that this island has. You know, another big skyscraper. This one looks interesting because it has a bunch of glowstone around it. Also, all of this is reclaimed, so like now where you can now find all of these skyscrapers, they used to be nothing but a bunch of small islands and water. I just essentially reclaimed it all from the sea, I guess, and that's how we can get a bunch of skyscrapers in this map. You know, here's a little tunnel that goes underground. You know, there's quite a few cities that have this. You know, why not? Here's another building with a brown facade for some reason. Another cool looking entrance to another skyscraper with some corrupted doors caused by the MC edit imports being all weird and stuff, and elevators, and you get the deal. Here's another like building, another skyscraper that looks pretty. That one looks pretty cool because of the zigzag formation on the outside. This is a skyscraper that looks cool but doesn't have any interior. Crazy. And the same thing with this one. It's just empty. I don't know why. Who knows? Who cares? A McDonald's, because why not? Who doesn't like McDonald's? I like McDonald's. We have a side of a large hill, a large hill right here, and there's a road that goes up here and from the onto to the other side. And, you know, you can all see all of these fucking stone roads everywhere. Look at this. But we'll get to that later. Let's continue down this road on the side of this hill. More towers that look pretty neat. Also, this one has this like AFK sign on the outside. That's interesting, I guess. Yeah, this one I haven't fixed yet. It somehow took away a portion of the ground that used to be here at one point. Same thing here. Like, I don't know what happened here. I think I accidentally imported the oxygen from the air from this building in the MC edit map and accidentally thus erased part of this building. I have to fix that someday, you know. I don't even know if I'll ever, like, I don't know, release this map or anything. It's just a thing I worked on in my free time because, you know, it just sounded like fun. Also, this is like one of the best views on the entire city. Just look at this. It's just a giant wall of towers on this edge of the island. That just looks nice, dude. It kind of reminds me of Hong Kong in a way. Roads and more skyscrapers that look pretty neat. Now we're going beneath the giant rock formation. I don't know, I think I put this glowstone here because else a bunch of bats would spawn here, and that's annoying. There's a bunch of support beams from the road that is located up there. Yes, you can actually. There's a fucking road that actually goes all the way up to the top of this big ass rock. Here we have another small building. I think this is supposed to be the entrance to some kind of underground subway station that I haven't finished yet, you know. Once again, the map is unfinished. This is a like really tall and really thick building, oddly enough. But it looks really nice, especially with the shader. A road, like you have like a... This looks like... There we go. I don't want random intruders on my map, god damn it. Anyway, we're continuing right here with another building. I like buildings, as you can tell. Lots and lots of buildings, once again, that I imported from Planet Minecraft. Here we find the mouth of this river that flows across this island. You can also find this other road that goes all the way up to the top of this side of the mountain. It's like a giant mountain spine if you look at it. Like it goes all the way over here to the big ass crazy rock formation. This is actually a mall right here. This is a mall, though I kind of have to probably fix the interior at some point. But yeah, this is a mall. This is the exterior with a giant clock, I guess. Once again, someone else built this. I didn't necessarily build it, I just imported it. But it's a pretty cool looking mall with, for some reason, an open roof. I don't know if that's intentional, if that's like an MC edit era, but whatever. Looks pretty nice, I think. Like, I think there's like I think this is like a food court or something. Though I think there's like some light bugs going on here. Looks weird, very weird. And for some reason, this part of the mall is just closed off. So that's the thing. And yeah, that's a mall. In fact, that is a mall. That is in fact a mall. Let me just go inside this building. Ooh, that looks pretty nice from the inside. I wish I could like link all of the people who made these buildings, all of the Planet Minecraft links leading back to these buildings, but I just don't remember where I got them from, and I'm pretty sure it's going to take me a long ass time to figure out who built these buildings, you know. But this is once again just a fun thing. This is a stadium, though it's a very wonky looking stadium because it's made entirely of stone. But yeah, we have a soccer field with, I don't know, for some reason glass behind the goal. I don't know why. Here you can find the audience sitting and enjoying a nice game of football, or soccer as the Americans call it. Here's the outside of it. You know, I think I also have to like start rebuilding this because it looks ugly as hell with all of the stone. Giant building, or even like, I guess you could call them twin towers. Not the same twin towers. This is like supposed to be a a port, like where ships can dock or boats can dock or whatever. Like, I don't know, yachts or something, like something you can find in like Monaco or something. Here we find the junkyard, I guess. It's a very small junkyard, but it is a junkyard nonetheless. Moving on from here, we have this side of this other side of this like small hill right here. You can see the river. You can find more support beams. Also, right here, this is. I wanted to build a gondola. I don't know why. There's like no reason for there to be a gondola if you could just, you know, use cars to drive here. If you have installed some kind of car mod for Minecraft, because I'm pretty sure that exists. So, you know, I plan on even installing the mod so that I can even use these roads in the first place. And finally, we get to the old town of this city. You know how it began with the big skyscrapers right here, and also you can see the river emptying into the ocean right here. And also right here you can find this bay that looks very similar to Monaco, where a bunch of boats and yachts and ships can dock and all that stuff. But finally we are entering the old town of the city. Also, there used to be a small hill right here that I built a graveyard on. I don't know if I can find a picture of it. This is the former sign of this this graveyard right here. On the side of this big building here, we find a church, which is like supposed to be like, I guess, like the church that was built when this city was founded or something. I don't know. If we go inside, oh man, it looks pretty neat. Oh yeah, definitely has a lot more detail put into it than the other church that I built, based on another church that I found on the internet. And now we have this old town, which I did in fact build by myself. Here we have this cool looking building. I really like how it looks from the outside. And it's supposed to have a basement, as you can see, but once again, unfinished. Here's a little walkway. Another entrance to the same house. Here's another house with a cool exterior. If you look at it from the outside, looks like this. Here we have first we have this building with a bunch of yellow on it, kind of ugly. Here we have the central market, I guess, or the central square, let's call it that, with a bunch of like market stands right here. And this right here is the town hall. It's supposed to be the town hall, with this big flag and this balcony, and also once again unfinished. I guess this is supposed to be the first house ever built, because there used to be like basically right here where I built this old town, there used to be like a large circular lake, and I just basically built all of these buildings on top of this lake. So in fact, I think if I just you know, do this and then do this, yeah, there we go. There's a lake underneath. And basically there used to be a small hill on this side that wasn't covered by the lake, and I guess it's supposed to be like when the people arrived here, I guess they like built this house first, because this was like not built on top of the lake. Yeah, does that make any sense? I don't know. Another building, although it's a pretty dark one. I guess this is supposed to be the second house ever built. And it has a pretty deep basement. God damn it. Holy crap. Another house with a pretty large half timbered exterior. Looks pretty neat. Another one that looks pretty cool from the outside. Another house that looks pretty neat on the outside. Another one that looks pretty cool though. Once again, no interior. But I think this one's actually based on a real house that I found somewhere. This is the only house in the entire old town that was in fact imported. And I guess this is supposed to be the National Colonial Museum. Okay. So I guess it's like supposed to be a colony or something. Yeah, a bunch of... I basically found this house when I was searching on Planet Minecraft for medieval house. And this was like one of the results, and I imported it, and it looks pretty neat, I guess. It's obviously a very wooden house with an ender chest, I guess. Anyway, let's move on. Another one of the support beams for this big road that exists on top of the entire old town. Yeah, you can see there's a big road on top of the old town. Also, I started building something right here, and I think this is right here. There's supposed to be an entry. The shader's bugging out, I see, and this is like supposed to be an elevator that leads up to this building right here, which has a balcony. I don't know why, but it has a balcony. Here we have another road. Goes down here and right here and stuff. You know how it goes. Yeah. And I think right here, with this like weird stone stuff at the bottom, this is I think I tried to build a university here, or want to build a university at some point, but it's clearly just a frame at this, a red frame at this moment. And also there used to be a road that went down here, and then on the side of the mountain up here, but I removed it because I wanted to put a bunch of buildings in here. So that there's just a road that leads to nowhere. And here's I guess the castle built by the people that came here a long time ago. As if this is in fact a colony. Once again, imported from somewhere else. Look at this view, it looks pretty nice. Having this castle and these big tall skyscrapers in the background. And then of course this big ass rock. And all of this stuff. Oh yes, there's a road that leads down there. Wait, hold on. So there's a road that goes down this big fucking rock mountain thing and goes up here again. And yeah, that's a pretty cool road, I guess. You know, I could put more buildings in here, you know, and then we're suddenly here again. Let's go inside this castle, right? Here's a staircase that leads to some hallway that leads to another hallway. There's some chests with nothing inside. Where's the exit? There's the exit. Alright, you can... It's a pretty big castle, oddly enough. I mean, it doesn't look that big on the outside, but it is kind of... It has a lot of stuff going on the inside, so, you know. You can also go on top of this tower and just, I guess, look at whatever... Okay, there's nothing in the chest. Whatever. And there's a staircase leading up to this tower as well. Okay. Now here we go to I think to the final big important part of this map, which is this road that leads to the big ass rock formation thing. You continue driving, I guess, with your car, if you have installed the car mod in Minecraft or whatever. Also, these things with the stone slabs are supposed to be sidewalks, by the way. You go below this part, go through this part of the mountain. You drive next or walk past this big ass building right here, and have this nice view over this side of this like weird mountain spine thing. Also, hold on, there's like a... Oh yes, there's a little tunnel thing that goes underneath the mountain. Crazy. Alright, then we go up this road. I don't even know if Minecraft cars can even drive on roads that exist on like a 45-degree angle. And then we suddenly reach the top of the mountain, and here I have a little map of the island. This is what it looked like before I started building everything. Notice how here we can find a bunch of small islands, and it's just a large bay with two little peninsulas and a few small islands. And then this is what it looked like afterwards, though this is also not quite the finished map. Notice how the path of the river looks different. Now the path looks like this, and here it goes like this. You know, that's the big difference right here. And also notice how there's nothing right here, and there's nothing right here. You know, it's all reclaimed from the sea. In fact, if I pull up this little program that I have, so I have opened up this program called Unmine, which is basically like a program that shows a map. And here you can see the full extent of the map. And look at this, look how crazy this looks. You have these ports right here. You have all of the buildings right here. This one looks pretty weird, pretty wacky. You have all of these buildings. And then you can see how much of it has changed ever since, you know, if you compare to what the island looked like beforehand with this big... By the way, this is the circular lake. Yeah. So yeah, this is like the map I spent the most time working on, perhaps. I've been probably working on this for a few years now, I think. I'm pretty sure I've been working on this for a few years. And it has certainly grown to a tremendous extent, to say the least. So, you know, with these tall-ass skyscrapers and stuff. So, with that out of the way, let's just continue to the next map I want to show you. So, this is another city map, although it is a lot more unfinished because you can see a lot of red frames everywhere. But this one is the only one of these two city maps where I did in fact build the vast majority of the buildings you can find here. And this is yet another city concentrated around a single tall mountain, as you can see. I don't know what the hell this is supposed to be. It looks like a chicken leg. I think this is like supposed to be a prison or something, I don't know. But yeah, here we have a bunch of red frames again. In fact, like this really tall one, but a small rock right there. Here we have a little square for whatever these buildings are supposed to be. There's a bunch of benches. I think I like created some fictional language for this. Like, this is like kind of based on German. It's like it's supposed to say welcome to, I guess this place is called the Indistar. What the hell was I cooking? What was bro cooking? This is a building with, it looks all colorful on the outside and doesn't have anything in it. Okay, looks like a weird lighthouse. And this is a cool bridge. I think this actually used to be an island that I like reclaimed. And here you can find this big ass wall surrounding the not big, but this wall that surrounds the city, I guess. First of all, we have this little cool pathway. There's a bunch of lava right there, and this like, I don't know, this I guess is like supposed to be the entrance to this building, to this big ass tall building. But then here we have the entrance to this building right here, and there's nothing inside once again. So remember how I showed you this is the same building in the other map, but it was completely hollowed out? Well, I basically built this building in this map first. Yes, this map came first, and essentially just I wanted to like completely rebuild it or copy it from one map to the next, but I haven't gone around to finishing it. But now we can actually look at it from the inside, I guess, with a weird checkered floor pattern, I guess, and a basement. Woohoo! And if we go up here, in fact, if I go all the way up to like the top floors of this building, okay, there we go. The staircase gets smaller, and then at the very top, at the very end of the staircase, we get this door, which leads to this nice view right here, and then another staircase leading to a room, then another room, an empty room, and another staircase. I guess this is like supposed to be a restaurant or something, and then finally we have another staircase leading up to more chairs and tables. Yeah, also we're gonna get to this in a little bit, so let's go down here. We have this little walkway, pathway that goes all the way up this side of this mountain, but we're gonna get to that in a little bit. This is supposed to be a police station because of the blue and white coloring. Nothing inside, as per usual. A cool looking little tiny office building thing, I guess. Yeah, essentially a building located underneath this walkway right here. And if we go inside, there's so much room in here, and yet there's nothing inside except glowstone, because I don't want those pesky bats to invade the place. Here we have another building, or rather a building on top of a building. Then we have this pretty cool looking entrance right here, with this building on top of a building, and then this cool little entrance right here. It kind of looks like a hotel. Then we have another staircase, and more staircases. We are finally getting to this tall observation television tower thing right here. It kind of looks like the Toronto TV tower. What was it called again? I don't remember. I actually like once took a picture of this. Let me see if I can find it. It kind of looks like that one Drake album cover. But let's go ahead and get inside of this building with pretty cool floor paneling, I guess. There's the entrance, and this is the elevator, I guess, that goes up to the actual tower itself. Oh, here's the elevator. And then finally, we actually reach this big ass tower. We get inside and we can finally look down below into the city. There's a bunch of signs here. I guess I kind of took inspiration from the Berlin TV tower. Because there's also a bunch of signs everywhere when you walk around the... Let me just free fall for a bit. Yeah, there we go. We have this building from the outside, kind of squeezed in, as you can see. Unlike the other map, this one doesn't have actual roads and streets, so there's just a bunch of skyscrapers that are only accessible by walking. So it's not necessarily realistic. But I like how this building looks from the outside, or more specifically, how I used the stone slabs and then the nether blocks right here. You can see the sun going through the windows thanks to the great looking shader that sometimes likes to bug out for some reason. I don't know why. I think my computer's just acting weird or something. I don't know. Let's go down here. We have a bunch of... These are supposed to be like residential buildings. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of ships here. I'm gonna get to that in a bit once again. This building right here is like one of 3 buildings in this map besides these ships right there that I imported, that I didn't build myself. And it's a hospital, as you can see. It's a pretty big hospital, as you can see. It's actually huge. Like I don't know if a hospital needs to be that big, but whatever. And this, by the way, also this right. I don't know what this is. It's just some random thing I put on here. I don't know why. Here's a an airport I imported, like the second building in this map I imported from somewhere else. And you can see it's supposed to be an airport with, you know, it's like the waiting lounge right here, I guess. And here's like the gates. Or here we have this lighthouse with bedrock on top. There's a wooden bridge. This, I just hollowed out a side of this tall mountain right there. I just hollowed it all out. It looks like this on the inside. I think I want to build some mall or something in here. Here we have this little, I think these are supposed to be escalators that lead up here to this little mountain. And here we have a small tower and another small tower. And they're like ridiculously small. Like, look at this. Like, you can tell that this is actually one of the earliest buildings in the entire map. And also, if you go up here, there's just a random wooden bridge right here. I think there's like supposed to be like a spot where I guess fishermen can fish their fish, I guess. And here you can see a big ass ship, because I imported a bunch of ships in this map to make it seem more like a real port, I guess. I don't know. We have a cargo ship. We have some kind of cruise ship, I think. We just quickly go inside of here, I guess. Looks pretty interesting, huh? Yeah, looks pretty wild right here. Also, this acts as foreshadowing to one of the next maps I'm gonna show. Also, this is like supposed to be a Hollywood sign. It says Tutikala. It sounds like a Finnish place name, but it's not like Finnish. It's like a weird made-up language. I mean, I don't know what. I keep doing weird autistic stuff like that. That is like so dumb. Here we have a red frame for a building. Here's supposed to be the entrance for another building. Here's the other side of that other building. Here's the other entrance of that other building. Here we go to this. This is a hotel, and this is actually like my younger cousin actually built this, oddly enough. And here we have the German flag, and I guess this is like supposed to be the flag of this fictional country. It's like supposed to be a white triangle on a blue background, I think. Yeah. Oh, hi, sheep. We go up here to Gunda Stakantan. Great fucking name. Here's another building, but once again, nothing inside. But I did in fact build the outside of the building, so it's not imported. Same thing with this one, which has like some weird logo thing going on right there. Then we go through this little passageway right here. Finally, we reach this little lookout thing with the Hollywood sign, or Tutikala sign. And then we're gonna move on from there. We're going up this little walkway to Sasaskalula. These all sound like gibberish. And here we have another wall. Yeah, there's 2 walls of this city. I don't know why. Here we go. This is supposed to be an old town located on top of this big ass mountain. So these red frames right here, they're supposed to be like little houses and stuff, you know, like those you would find in your average old town. This is like this right here is like the tallest point on the mountain, 73 meters, because it's technically 73 blocks, but I researched at one point and it said something like 1 meter equals 1 block in Minecraft, so that's why it's like 73 meters tall, I guess. And this right here is supposed to be a castle, though it's once again unfinished, with a pretty distinct look to it, given it's yellow and has a weird brown roof. And finally, for this map in particular, I think I just wanted to start building buildings on the side of this mountain, and that's why there's a bunch of dirt right there. And we go down here again, and we're back at where we started. Although there's one thing left. Then we see this wall go up here, up these small hills, and then we have this big ass tower, which is the third building that I imported from Planet Minecraft with MC Edit and stuff. And there's another building right there. And the reason why it's here is because this is the only flat terrain on the entire map, or more specifically in everything in the entire area that has been walled off with this big ass wall that is flat enough for this building to be built, I guess. And then finally there's this little building, which I think is a library. Yeah, small little cute library, why not? And that's pretty much the end of that, except there's just a bunch of flat land right here that by the way, it's all hand built. I did not use World Edit to build any of this. Like, I just built it all myself for one day because I don't know why. I had access to World Edit and I just didn't use it. So yeah, this is this map. It's a pretty big one. It's kind of similar to the other one in that it's also a city with skyscrapers and an old town built on a mountain. But the other one I prefer because it actually looks way better. The one thing I would like to still add to that map is something like this, such as a TV tower or observation tower like that, because it looks really cool. Maybe I'm also just going to copy it one by one. I mean, it's I build it myself, so you know, it's my work. I could copy it. And there's once again a bunch of ships I didn't build. I just imported it here. Okay, so moving on to the next map. And here we go. Welcome to the third and I think probably final map of this video, which is a ship that I built. This is supposed to be a car ferry, by the way. And I partially built it with this tutorial made by, I don't remember what his name was, but he made a tutorial on how to build a cruise ship in Minecraft, and I used it as a basis to build the whole of the ship. So this is a car ferry with a bunch of windows. It also is like 90% finished, I think. There's a lot of interior in here, but the only interior that is still missing is like everything below the waterline, which means in the red area right there, and also some areas right there below the funnel. Also, why is it glitching again? What the fuck? But anyway, BA Ferries, this is the name of the fictional ferry company I created, I guess, for this, that owns this ship right here. I think I even like created some lore around it, like that it sank. As you can see, it's very long. It's a very long ship. Here you can find the car deck, which is protected by this ramp right there. And let me see what the ship is called. It's called the Baltic Explorer. All right, here we see the propellers, the rudder. It's from Rostock, you know. Hansa Rostock fans are losing their mind right now. So once again, very long ship, 90% complete. The vast majority of the ship does in fact have interior. Also has lifeboats, 4 on each side. Once again, big ship. Car ferry once again. It only has a ramp on the stern, not on the bow, like there are car ferries that do have this bow visors and stuff. Let's just begin by entering the bridge. So let's start at the bridge. Here we have a bunch of levers and buttons to control the ship. You can see the bow right there. Moving on, here's the these are the bedrooms of each of the officers right there. So here's the first officer, the second officer, the third and fourth officer, and 5th, and 6th. By the way, the reason why this map even exists, why I built this is the bathroom, by the way, it looks very small. The reason why I even built this in the first place is because I used to be obsessed with ships. And I am in fact working on a video that has to do with ships, or rather revisiting my former obsession with ships. Here's the officer's little room that they can hang out in, I guess. Here's a room where you can look at the ship from the top. Well, this is like, I guess this is supposed to be like a plan of the ship. Here's the captain's bedroom with a bathroom that is just as small as the others. And there we go. Here we have a small, or not small, pretty big storage room with a bunch of chests. Is that the reason why it's lagging so much? I don't know. Here we have a TV and essentially a bunch of seats where people can just watch like films. And these are supposed to be speakers, I think. Yeah. Everything's in German, by the way. Here's the staircase, the upper staircase. We are at deck 5 at the moment. Let's move on back to the bridge. You can go down here. There's I think these are supposed to be little boxes that contain life vests, I think. Yeah, let's go here, and here's a little promenade. Let me just switch the time again. God damn it. You can go down here to the bow. There's a little room, a staircase that leads to decks 1 and 2. Bow part. Yeah. Here can already enter a bunch of cabins. Oh my god, let's check one out. Cabin 401 looks like this. Once again, tiny bathroom, seating area, bedroom, TV, and closet and windows. Let's move on to the rest of this deck. First and foremost, here we have the lifeboat deck. These are like supposed to, I think these are like supposed to like inflatable rafts. I think these are like supposed to be contain those. I took inspiration from some actual ships or some actual like Minecraft ships, like Minecraft ferries and stuff. We go in here. There's this hallway again, with more cabins and stuff. You know, these are bigger actually. With, you know, there's no wall separating the two parts of the room. Here's the sun deck with a bunch of you know, you can just sit down in the sun and just get sunburned, you know. This is the pool. Looks a bit wonky, I know, but it's a pool that exists. Yeah. Here's the toilets. Let's go into the men's bathroom. Here's like this, like supposed to be the shower. I think this is like supposed to be a jogging trail thing. This is one of the few parts of the ship that isn't finished yet, as you can see. There's nothing in here. I think I wanted to build like a kitchen in here or something. Here you can find the cool looking funnel of the ship with the little like logo that you saw on the side right here. There's a little seating area, of course, you know, the usual stuff you can find on ships. And there's also like the transmission masts and stuff with the flag of Sweden. I guess this is like supposed to be a ferry that operates between Germany and Sweden, because you saw the Germany flag on the stern. This is the gallery. These right here are elevators, by the way. And this is the gallery, which has this you know, goes on over 3 decks. Looks pretty nice, pretty luxurious and stuff. A bunch of wood panelings, a bunch of seating areas. This is the lounge. These are cabins 501 through 506. So here's another one of those cabins. Cool stuff. Then we reach this back part of the ship with another bathroom. Here we have this nice little carpet pattern thing. Looks pretty nice. Die große Bar, the great bar. This is essentially a bar. And here's the Cafe Baltikum, a little cafe for all your cafe needs. Here's the blockhouse. Basically, in Germany, there's a chain of steakhouses called Blockhaus, and I just decided why not have a blockhouse on a ship. So this is what this is. So yeah, this is a steakhouse pretty much. Here's another little seating area. Here you can see your food being made. This is very typical stuff you can find at most steakhouses. Another seating area, and Right here, there's the outdoor seating area with a bunch of cable lines things and the German flag. And right there is the ramp that leads to the car deck. Yeah. Moving on from there, we have on the other side. Also, this is here it says it's supposed to go to the kitchen. There's nothing here. Once again, yeah, this is supposed to be the kitchen. But once again, as I already said, the ship is only like 90% done, not 100%, but this is like the most finished out of all of these maps. And here we have the Grand Buffet, which is the other big restaurant of the ship. So it's a buffet restaurant where you can just order, like, grab some food from, you know, the buffet and like pay for it and get seated or find your seat for yourself. And there's yet another like outdoor seating area right there. So let's go all the way back to the staircase because we are done with deck 5 of the ship. And let's move on to the next deck. Let's go to the staircase and let's go down one deck to deck 4. So here's a bunch of seating areas, as you can see. Also, this says safety deck. Cabins 4-1 through 426. So there's a bunch of cabins here. Is this the yeah, it's the same one actually. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Let's go outside again to the safety deck and to the gallery once again. Once again, here are the elevators, and this is another seating area, the second floor of the gallery, as you can see. And here is the BA duty-free shop, because a lot of car ferries have these kinds of things, these kinds of duty-free shops where you can just buy stuff if you want to, you know, store shelves, cash registers, the cashiers would be, you know, a bunch of shelves, and a little storage room, a tiny storage room, and a window. Yeah. So let's go back to the staircase. Let's go down to deck 3, and there's some more stuff going on here. Here we have cabins 301 to 352. Here we go. This is like the only cabin in here, or one of only 2 cabins, or 4 cabins, I don't know how many, that have wooden paneling inside. Here we have cabin 301. I don't know why this random symbol is there, but whatever. I think it's because the map was originally built in 1.8, in version 1.8, and I'm now opening it in like version 1.20, because for the longest time I could not move on from version 1.8, and I think it's simply because like with 1.9 and moving forward, like PvP started to suck, and I just started using 1.8 instead of any new Minecraft version. I know I'm retarded, but yeah, here we have another cabin once again. This is the staircase to the car deck, but we're gonna save that for later. This is like the bottom floor of the gallery. This is like technically the main entrance because there's the reception, like a hotel reception. Here's the conference center. Some people like to discuss business when they're on a trip on a car ferry, I guess. And here we have the upper car deck. And this is essentially this giant hollow room that is meant entirely for cars and trucks and stuff. And here we have the ramp that allows these cars to enter the ship in the first place. Moving on from that, we have deck 2, the second to last deck, technically. We have a bunch of seating areas. And then on one side here, we have a ballroom where you can, I guess, dance and celebrate. And this is like supposed to be a microphone, I think. And here we have the BA Museum, a museum dedicated to BA ships, I guess. From this fictional cruising company, yeah. And these are like supposed to be ships in glass panels. Here we have a we have a cinema. There's a cinema on this ship. Every film costs 10 bucks. Okay. So here I have the Baltic Theater. Go inside. Ceiling is slightly higher than the other decks. Here we have the big screen and a bunch of seating areas and stuff. You know, these are like supposed to be film posters. Apparently it's December 25th, 1999. I guess, so yeah. Here's the nightclub. So here's a little bar, a bunch of seating areas. I guess these are like... What is this? I wonder what this is supposed to be. Certainly nothing sus. And here's the dance floor with a disco. There's supposed to be a disco ball. Yeah, cool. And here's like the DJ is supposed to be here. So, and a bunch of speakers. Here you can find the anchor. Cool. And now we're at the front of the ship. This is where the one staircase leads to that you access when you go down these steps, and you know, use the staircases to decks 1 and 2. And here you can find a small bar. Because why not? Drinking is fun. Yeah, there's something else in the front. The rest of the car deck, the other side, the other deck of the car deck. This is a little bit bigger. Yeah, there's supposed to be a bunch of cars in here. There's the others are part of the ramp. Once again, here are the stairs that lead up to, you know, right here. The stairs of the car deck, they lead to this deck right here, you know, to the entrance to the car deck and stuff. So now, finally, we are entering deck 1. We're first entering the car deck once again. Oh wait, no. Let's first go to the other side, you know. This is essentially a deck exclusive to the crew. This is where the crew lives and sleeps, you know. You can see we're pretty close to the water now. And then we move on from there and find ourselves in the hospital, the onboard hospital on the ship. Here we have an operational room, if you call it that. Here we have the reception of this little hospital thing, a little carpet. There's a waiting seating area, and then we move on and we go back up and we're back at the small bar again. So now for the grand finale of this ship in particular, though it's not quite the finale. It's not the finale quite yet. Let's go back here to the car deck. You can see the bottom side of this part of the car deck, and then we enter this little staircase, and there's a mysterious iron door. And then we enter the iron door, and then we enter the other part of the ship that hasn't been finished yet, which is the engine room and stuff. Basically, because I started building the ship based on the tutorial series from Awesome Guy 376, I started also essentially copying exactly how he built the ship. Like, he also started building it on one side, because he would then just mirror everything onto the other side, because world edit and stuff. But I haven't actually finished it yet, as you can see, so, you know, maybe I'll work on that in the future. So this may be the final map, but this is not quite the end of the video, because I have some variations of this map that I also want to show you, because they're pretty cool too, I guess. Yeah. So first of all, we have we have this map, which is basically the entire ship flipped upside down. You may be asking yourself how I did this. Well, MC Edit exists. I made this using MC Edit. The ship's upside down. I made this using MC Edit. Crazy stuff. Wonder if you can actually like go out inside. This is the upside down version of the gallery. And yeah, that's the ship upside down. But that's not quite it yet either. This is the first of a series of maps where I just decided to let the ship sink by capsizing on its port side. If you look hard enough, you can see that the ship is in fact listing to the port side. You can see how already the bottom decks are very close to reaching the water. You can see how weird everything looks. Here's map number 2. You can see the ship is listing a lot more now. Now the propellers are actually showing up. So you can see how much the ship is just falling on its side. Yeah, you can really tell now that the ship is listing very heavily on its port side. Now there's even some decks that are now underwater. You can really tell how the ship is just heavily listing on its side. That just looks weird. It just looks absolutely weird. Even the BA Ferries thing is suddenly underwater. Here's map number 4. Here you can see the ship is really listing on its side. Like, it almost completely rolled over. Like, you can see the lifeboats have completely disappeared. The other side of the ship is now essentially completely underwater. As you can see, like, you cannot stand up in this situation. You can see like the entire port side of the ship is completely submerged. The starboard side is completely exposed. You can literally already like stand on the side of the ship now. Here's map number 4, and now you can also see the ship is completely dark. This is now like the part of the sinking where the entire ship is completely dark now. Like all of the power has suddenly gone out. The ship is now completely on its side, and also notice how it is slowly sinking by the bow. You know, it has capsized on its port side and is now slowly sinking bow first as a result. The bow is almost completely submerged. As you can see, the ship is now completely out of power without any help. You can now also just stand on the side of the ship. You know, that's not weird at all, of course. And you can also notice the, yeah, you can really notice that the ship is sinking by the bow. Second to last map, and here you can see the ship is essentially now really starting to submerge by the bow is completely underwater now. It's completely gone. Yeah, this looks pretty familiar from, you know, some probably some movies where ships sink or something, maybe, I don't know. The ship is like starting to completely sink. I mean, it's already sinking, but and also you can see the parts of the starboard side are slowly starting to rise out of the water again. And finally, this is the final map, and this ship, and now the stern is really rising out of the water, as you can see. Just look at how like the stern just rises from the water. So yeah, that does it for this video. I just wanted to test out how it's like to make a non-scripted video with voiceover. I kind of want to start making more YouTube videos in the future. It just sounds like fun to me. If you liked this video, leave a like on the video. If you didn't like this video at all, then I do my best to try and improve in the future. Once again, this is literally like the first time I ever recorded with a microphone and stuff. Also, sorry if the microphone sucks. This microphone I have right here is a really old one. I don't even have a pop filter on it. I literally put a sock on my microphone because I don't have a pop filter for it. And it was like an extremely cheap microphone I got years ago on Amazon. So excuse the poor mic quality, but thanks so much for watching to the end, if you even made it that far, if you weren't bored the whole way through, and I'll see you guys in the next video.